Okay, I heard you. You loved that vinyl logo video and you're just begging for more. Well, you're gonna get more, and this time in color.
Hi, I am Clements, and I could just reuse one of the clips I already have of this for the intro. But no, I record a new one every week, because if I didn't, then it'd be something that I used to make, like this.
Okay, yeah, I mean, the vinyl logo video didn't do any better or any worse than any of my other videos, and as far as I know, no one's begging for more, but I do have another vinyl project that I want to work on, and it is going to be using color, but the difference is I actually want to do something using multiple colors. I want to try and basically just take like a clip art image, separate it into maybe 4 or 5 different colors, and then make a colored vinyl decal with it. And now there's 2 ways I could go about doing that. I could cut each shape basically as a salad and just kind of layer it up, which might be an issue with it peeling off. I'm not sure how well vinyl sticks to itself, so I think I'm going to go with the other route where I actually cut the holes for everything, because the scan and cut is pretty accurate. It's an experiment, and it's something I want to try out. Now for the graphic, I could use something like a superhero logo, which is multiple colors, and it would be relatively easy to cut all those shapes out and line them up, but I might be showing when I painted this thing. It's nothing special, but I don't want to wear it out, so I think I'll use a hawk image, which Lisa suggested she would appreciate. So I'm going to get online and see if I can find a piece of clip art that fits my needs. So, oh, and I also just want to mention quick, just totally unrelated, but SideSync, the program I use to sync my Samsung phone to my computer, I used it in the Scribble video 2 weeks ago. Anyway, just how cool it is. I just wanted to film this segment on my phone real quick, and instead of using the selfie cam, which is always lower quality, I'm using the back cam connected with SideSync so I can see it on the screen and just have a reference so I can get it framed better, which is just really cool. So it's just a great feature of Samsung phones. And I mean, there's other ways to do it on other phones, but just that it's built in and free is really awesome. So if you have a Samsung, I suggest playing with SideSync sometime, just because it's really cool. And yeah, doing that is trippy. Hawk. Your bonus tip for today: instead of searching Hawk clip art, if that's what you're looking for, just search Hawk, mouse over to Tools, and choose Type, and choose clip art. There's a lot of power in narrowing your search results down in this Tools tab, from choosing colors to something that's only in black and white. You can choose only line drawings. You can choose ones that are only green. It's really, really impressive. Even size is one that's really great if you need something that's always large and only high resolution images. That's definitely a great feature. So yeah, the Tools tab is quite powerful. Now that'd be cool. That's a bit ambitious. It's not hugely complicated, but having to peel all these tiny little pieces, kind of like this one. If I simplify it a bit, maybe 5 colors, it'd be kind of cheating, because it's not exactly what I was gonna do. Because I could cheat by just not doing a white, and then all those pieces wouldn't really have to puzzle piece into each other. And now I'm debating on what would look cool and what would be easy to do. I feel like I should challenge myself. Now, I think I'm gonna go with this one and just redraw it and try and simplify it a bit. 1, 2, 3 RF. Why do I only use Edge just because it's clean for recordings, but Chrome is so much better because you can do things like this. Right click, search Google for image, and then it'll do a reverse image search and show you a bunch of different locations where that image exists. And I'm trying to get to one on 123RF where the the watermark is from, but it's the Japanese one. If I go to English, oh, but they have a reverse image search too. I just drag that image there. All right, there it is. Subscription plan, credit pack, download pack. Yeesh. Yeah, I mean, if it was a couple bucks, sure, why not buy it? Save myself some time. I could even get it as an EPS and it might already be broken up into pieces. But I'm not paying $40 for this, especially just for a personal use thing. So, we'll just go back here, find the highest resolution copy we can, and no one just happens to have an unwatermarked version of it lying around. Oh, well, there's the English one at least. Wait. Okay, so this is, I just wanted to see where this goes. Wow, it's an enlarged version of the watermarked one. That's such garbage. Okay, that's enough wasting time. So yeah, I would much rather just pay for this image with my time than actual currency. So we'll just take the largest watermarked preview provided and remove the watermark. This is one method that I like to use. It's definitely handy if you have a drawing tablet, but by no means is it necessary. Just going to not do anything because my tablet never runs. Device disconnected. That's right, we unplugged it in a different video that you haven't seen. Oh dear God, what just happened? Yeesh. So I'm just painting over the logo. You could just find their logo and align it up too. It's another way to do it. Not that I'm really condoning watermark removal. Totally condoning watermark removal. So those are all the graphics, and we'll do lines. Alright, and now just select all of that. Shift F5. Content aware fill, okay. And watermark is gone. Yeah, that did an okay job. Let's go back in and fix a few wonky parts. So it's kind of that easy, I mean, with Photoshop at least. Now, as far as how necessary that was to do, because I think I'm going to be just redrawing this whole thing anyway. I don't know. I'll use a little program called Vector Magic, which will essentially turn this back into a vector image. Let's see what 1, 2, 3. Well, let's get a yellow in there. Well, you can see it. It re-vectorized everything. You can just keep zooming in, and it never loses detail. Didn't really do what I wanted. Even on low detail level, it still looks too good. I was hoping it would simplify it a bit more. So normally this would be great, but I think I'll just work off of the bitmap that I already have. So we'll just forget that step, and I'm just gonna try and simplify this and convert this into shapes. It would probably also be a smart idea to look through all these colors first and make sure I actually have the ones I would need to make the design I want to do. Black, gray, maybe a blue eye, maybe an orange, maybe a tan, brown, probably get away with a maroon, different interesting matte black. So that would be my color palette. Bring my color palette in here. Gray, black, and blue. Okay, I'm gonna get to work. Okay, well, that isn't horrible. I think that that looks okay. Kind of super complicated, but I think it'll work. All right, Now I'm gonna take it again in vector magic. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 colors, geez. Nice. And now it's a vector. Man, there's some tiny pieces. I am making a lot of work for myself. Okay, we'll remove background feature, which is great. Next. Next. Let me just drag that out. Check it out in Illustrator. There, so each color chunk is its own segment and nothing is overlapping. Save as SVG. Go to Canvas Workspace. Okay, select all that. Yeah, I don't want to make it too hard on myself, but I don't want to use... That seems like a decent size. Too bad it doesn't keep its color. Does this have like history undo? Control Z, Control Z. Okay, good. Oh, they are all one chunk, which is cool. So all the gray. So that is all my orange. So file, export FMC file, tiny object remove. That's fine there. Yeah, the vector smart, smart vector, vector smart, vector magic. Wow, I need to go to bed. The vector magic creates some really tiny pieces that scan and cut would never cut. So this is orange, black. Sure, there could be a better way to do this, but this seems the blue, yellow. That's the brown. Are those two different grays? Oh, it's this tan. That's the tan. Yeah, okay. Brown, tan, and finally the gray. Okay, well, we have all of our FMC files. Save them to a USB. Upload them to the scan and cut. See how horrible this all goes. One quick thing, Lisa vetoed the blue eye, so we're gonna try it in maroon. Here I'm using the touchscreen on the scan and cut to reposition the shapes to waste a little less vinyl. In the end, with how I assembled the decal, I could actually have clumped all of the shapes much closer together, significantly reducing the amount of wasted vinyl. There were a few spots on the really sharp points where the vinyl snagged and wrinkled. Thankfully though, it was on the waste side of the vinyl and not the piece I actually want. This could be because the sheet of vinyl wasn't stuck down to the mat all the way, or because the blade's getting dull. Thankfully though, you can buy replacement blades, and you don't have to buy an entire blade cartridge, you can just buy the small metal blade, which is good product design. Since the tackiness of the mat was beginning to weaken, I started using a few small pieces of tape to attach the vinyl. There are ways to re-tackify the mat, including cleaning or spraying down new adhesive, but just taping down the vinyl sheets works fine since you're not cutting all the way through them. Peeling away the excess, it seems that if the cut had just been ever so slightly deeper, it'd be real easy going, but it just means that the pieces are sticking to the flashing a bit, and I have to take a bit more time and care to get everything apart. The pupil pulled up with the flashing, so I figured I'd just stick it on the brown sheet where it's supposed to go. Now I'm starting to think about how I'm actually going to do this. How am I going to put all these pieces together? So I went ahead and got the transfer sheet and cut out a piece large enough for the decal, and just applied the brown sticker to it. Now at this point I could just peel each individual piece and stick it onto the transfer sheet. And then I tried placing the transfer sheet down onto another set of pieces, but it was clear right away that that definitely wasn't going to work, at least not in this instance. But then I had an idea to get out the light board. This way I can actually see through the backing of the sticker and place it onto the transfer sheet. And that worked fairly well. And I ended up using a combination of just sticking down individual pieces and then using the light board to stick down larger pieces that would be a little bit flimsy if I tried to handle the sticker on its own. I do think that for some of the interior pieces, I will attempt to make them larger than the hole they're going into, because it looked like the tolerances in the scan and cut, some were bigger and some were smaller. So if I attempt to make them larger, and then just plan out my stacking so that the large pieces go down first, and then the tiny pieces go down on top or underneath them, then I won't have any gaps. Although I don't really mind the gaps, and overall I think the piece came out really great. Alright, well I haven't closed from the light bulb in a while, but it's as good a place as any. It worked. It worked surprisingly well. It came out a lot better than I was expecting. I'd show it to you again, but Lisa actually took it to a hawking picnic today. So she's showing it around to some people there, so that's cool. But yeah, that's really exciting to be able to do like multicolor vinyl like that. And the process is relatively easy. I found a few techniques that work well to put it together, and I have a few ideas on how I can improve the whole process the next time I try, and I definitely look forward to making some more. It'd be cool to choose some specific colors for projects instead of just trying to work within what comes in one of the variety packs. That way my design doesn't have to be dictated by what colors I have available, although it does present kind of a fun challenge. Either way, it's a fun medium to work in. But with that, my sincere thank you for watching. Once again, I am Nick D. Clements. If you're wondering, Nick is short for Nicholas, and the D stands for Desmond. Anyway, I'm off to make something else. Haven't closed from the light bulb in a while, but it's as good. You need socks. You need socks. They're too loud.